Hello YouTube and welcome to ThePokeist. Today I'm going to be talking about my top 10 favorite shiny Pokemon of all time. As most of you know, I am an avid shiny hunter and I love talking about shinies and getting them and collecting them. So just a reminder, I'm sure most of you know this by now, but this list is strictly my own opinion. If you agree or even disagree with me, let me know in the comment section below, as I will be reading it and having some good discussion with you guys in the comment section. So without any further ado, let's go. Number 10. So coming in at number 10 is probably a Pokemon that you won't see on any top 10 shiny list. It's actually a shiny Lotad. I don't know why I've always loved shiny Lotad, but I think his color palette with the dark reddish kind of to the darker kind of aquamarine blue is something that I really love, and I actually think it's one of my favorites. And that's why I put him at number 10. I could have put a whole bunch of other shinies in here, but I think shiny Lotad gets a bad rap sometimes. And I've seen a lot of people talk about how they don't like the Lotad line of shinies and how they look, but I'm honestly a huge fan of the Lotad, Lombre, and Ludicolo line of shinies, and I especially love shiny Lotad, so that's why he becomes number 10. Number 9. Jumping into the number 9 spot, we probably have a Pokemon that appears on most people's top 10 lists, and most's probably top 1 or 2. But coming in at number 9, we have Charizard. Charizard is actually one of my favorite Pokemon of all time, and I mean, his shiny is amazing. The black and the red wings, the black full skin and the red wings just make him so nice and so cool. Something that most people don't know about shiny Charizard is that in Gen 1, 2, technically Gen 1, he actually was different. Shiny Charizard used to be this weird kind of purpley kind of skin weird thing with different colored inner wings. And I definitely don't like this version of Charizard, and I'm really glad they changed it. But Charizard being on this list should be no surprise to anyone. Most people either you love it or you hate it, and for the most part, most people love it. I'd say about 80% of people love shiny Charizard. The rest think they're overrated. But I've always grew up with picking the Fire Starter, and picking Charmander was the very first Pokemon I ever picked. So, I mean, I gotta hand it to him. And that's why Charizard comes in at number 9. Number 8. Coming in next on our list is Luxray. And I have always loved Luxray since I first saw him in Pokemon Diamond. I love the idea of the Thunder Dog and this kind of physical attacker that Luxray is. I loved his design. The blue and the black was perfect, but I love the goldish kind of yellow-black even more in his shiny form. Just adds a whole nother aspect to who Luxray is. I've actually always loved Diamond and Pearl and Platinum. Platinum is actually one of my favorite Pokemon games, and Gen 4 is actually one of my favorite generations, which kind of surprises a lot of people. I find that a lot of people say that Gen 4 isn't that great, but I especially loved Generation 4, and it's probably my third favorite after 1 and 6. But yeah, so I've always just kind of loved Luxray and his whole idea of just being this electric dog. Which is interesting because the new hidden Pokemon that isn't supposed to be coming out, but the new mythical Pokemon, Zorora? I'm not sure exactly how to say it, but that's going to be an event Pokemon eventually in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon and Sun, I guess. But it's kind of the same idea of being a Thunder Cat, which is interesting, and the shiny form of that is actually pretty cool too. But yeah, so that is Luxray, and that is number 8. Number 7. So coming in next on our list, and at number 7, is the first Pokemon that I actually have a shiny form of currently as a recording of this video, and that is a shiny Milotic. I love the look of shiny Milotic. It looks so good and so clean and honestly very beautiful. The whole idea of the golden tail and the blue hair in the front and the pink kind of, I don't know what you call those, the weird eyebrow things, that I just now looking at it realized it kind of turns into a heart, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I actually own Shiny Milotic from the VGC 2009 event that I got her there, and I think Shiny Milotic is really interesting because it's the whole idea of having to get Feebas in Generation 3 in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, Feebas being so difficult to find, and then Shiny being even harder to find, is cool that Milotic is kind of this more rare and harder to find Shiny that would be in most games. So that's kind of why Milotic is here, kind of higher in this list. The look is fantastic, and I've actually used her a couple times on my teams, in my battling teams. But yeah, so that is number 7, Shiny Milotic. Number 6. Coming in at number 6, we have another Pokemon that you won't see on many shiny lists, and that is a shiny Pacinian. And I'm not really sure why I loved Pacinian. I kind of know that I've loved monkeys. Monkeys have always kind of been my favorite animals, and that's kind of what most kids' favorite animals are. But I've just grown up loving monkeys, and I loved the design of Pacinian, being the rugby monkey and kind of holding that ball. I don't know why. I always loved Pacinian's kind of, I don't know, stance, his whole posture, and the way he kind of looks. And when I found out his shiny form was blue and like the hat kind of top thing was gold, I love that. As you kind of see, the blue and goldish kind of theme kind of sticks throughout all of my shinies, my favorite shinies, and I think blue and gold are probably some of the best color combinations out there. Kind of like a cyan blue with like a rust gold is probably my favorite, and Pacinian kind of showcases that exactly. And that's why I love Pacinian. I love monkeys, and I love his color palette, and that's why Pacinian is number 6 on this list. Number 5. Next on our list is my favorite shiny starter of all time, and it is Greninja. I love Greninja. At one point, I have actually owned 3 shiny Greninjas, 2 that were competitively ready, 1 modest, 1 timid. These things were so cool. Oh, I know I keep saying that, but I mean, it's a list of top 10s, and there's, what, over 800 Pokemon now, so they all have to be pretty cool. But again, the black, phenomenal. I actually love the blue little top part that he has. I think it adds a really, really nice touch. But the red counters the blue a lot, and very well. The contrast is really nice and really clean. But yeah, Greninja is so awesome. I think Greninja did what Charizard wanted to do, but better. Charizard kind of has like a lightish black, not very like a deep, but this Greninja is just straight, just full dark black, no lighter tint, and I think that makes it look phenomenal. Definitely the best starter of Gen 6. Sadly, and I always love the fire starters, but Greninja definitely took this one by far, and I think Greninja will appear on a lot of people's lists as well, but he appears here on number 5. Number 4. Our first legendary on the list, and the first of actually 3. There being only 4 more spots, I'll let you do some guessing. But coming in at number 4 is Primal Groudon. And to clarify, it's Primal Groudon, shiny Primal Groudon, not Groudon, not regular shiny Groudon. Primal shiny Groudon is the best. Is the best type of Groudon in general. That's a lot of talking, but again, the black is wonderful, but the mixed in with kind of the lava look that Groudon has, and the yellow claws. I'm normally not a fan of yellow like that. I lean more towards like an orange or a rusty kind of gold, as I've said before, but the yellow actually looks pretty good here in the claws. But yeah, you can kind of think it's a little goldy, but yeah, Primal Groudon looks pretty sick. And when I saw him, Kyogre, and Rayquaza first released in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, when I saw their shiny forms, I was like, wow, I'm ready to hunt that. So I am going to be hunting that thing soon. That thing looks so awesome, and he definitely deserves his title of king of what, the ground, whatever his terminology is, whatever his stance is. Number 3. If you have been paying close attention to me saying that I loved Gen 4 and Pokemon Platinum, and that some legendaries were coming next, you could have successfully guessed that number 3 would have been Giratina. Giratina, however you want to say it. Giratina is my number 3 spot. The cyan kind of blue color is my absolute favorite, and the accents of that being there is phenomenal. Again, that kind of paley golden kind of, I'm kind of calling everything gold, but it's like a paley yellow. I'm not sure exactly how to describe it. Body works really well with the blue, and the gray kind of silvery accents as well makes it look so good. I'll add his other form, his origin form in here too, to show you what that looks like, but Giratina looks so nice. He's easily one of my favorite legendary shinies, but not quite my favorite. I wonder who that could be. Number 2. Next on our list, and the last legendary, is Hooh, a shiny Hooh. You can see on the screen I have added the video of my shiny Hooh. It's not really a live shiny. I didn't really record it as I got it. You didn't get to see my reaction fully live, but you get to see what I was experiencing, what I was seeing there. It's shaky cam, I'm so sorry, but that was my collection, my getting the shiny Hooh. It was just under 500 soft resets in Omega Ruby, I believe it was in. But yeah, I love shiny Hooh. If this... I really think that shiny Hooh should have been its normal form. The colors make it so much better and kind of fit more of Hooh's style and what kind of Hooh was really about. Ever since the first episode of the anime when Hooh flew over Ash, and it was just the golden kind of trail that it left and its golden sparkleness, I've just always kind of imagined it to be that kind of golden bird, and that's what its shiny form is. It gets rid of the red for more of a gold tint, and that is why I love it so much. But I don't love it as much as what's next. Number 1. Okay, raise your hand if you guessed it. Yep, that's basically everyone. Number 1 is a shiny Umbreon. I talked about how much I love black, I talked about how much I love blue, and I mean, what more could you ask for? Shiny Umbreon is so nice. Everyone loves shiny Umbreon. It's a lot of people's number 1 or number 2 between that or Charizard. But I mean, who can you blame? She looks so he. I don't even know. I'm just giving her whatever. My shiny Umbreon I have is a she, so I'm gonna call her she. She looks so nice. The blue, I don't even know what kind of blue, I'm not going to get more in detail, but the blue on the black with the yellow eyes, it's just, everything about it is so nice. Everyone loves Eevee, everyone even loves Umbreon, but it's kind of a no-brainer, no surprise here, but shiny Umbreon is my number 1. Well, that is it. Thanks for watching my top 10 shiny Pokemon video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you think my Lotad decision is crazy? But yeah, let me know what you think. And yeah, that's going to be ThePokeist signing out.